everyone, welcome back to another episode of me, Ollie, talking about all things cool guitar. Today is certainly no different to usual because I'm holding brand new for 2020 Epiphone, inspired by Gibson, SG Special P-90. 2020 is a very cool year for the Epiphone range, unless you've been living under a rock, you haven't been on the internet in the past 6 months. Then you probably already know that they come up with all these incredible guitars. What is cool is that basically Epiphone are giving people Gibson design models, things that previously would be unavailable. So we're talking, designs. We're talking about you can get the Firebird, you can get the Les Paul Junior, you can get the SG Special, you can get Flying V's. So it's really cool because now not everyone can afford a Gibson, basically. So these brand new guitars from Epiphone, they give you that. They give you those colors. They give you, they give you the faded Pelham blue. They give you the two finishes, by the way. They give you the vintage sparkling burgundy. And if you're here in Australia, you're gonna spend upwards of $2,000 to get that. Now you can spend under $1,000 to get these guys. And look, to be perfectly honest, as you've already heard, they sound great. This guy here has, obviously, P-90 pickups. For those of you that don't know, P-90s are sort of in between a single coil and a humbucker. They give you that sort of stratty, probably, I'd say you can hear it more in the middle. Quackiness, which I love. I think it's really cool, especially on that middle selection. It sort of brings it out. Let's go through some other specs on these bad boys very quickly. So we've got mahogany body. We have got, what's cool is it's got CTS electronics, which is basically what, custom shop instruments, USA made instruments, high-end instruments come with these electronics. We've got CTS pots, which is what you use to control volume and tone. CTS means, higher quality. We get, it feels nicer, it sounds nicer. And they last as well, which is very important. This has a lightning bolt wraparound tailpiece. So again, it's 60s designed, which was the style at the time. Basically, we don't have any tune-o-matic. So look, there are some drawbacks to this vintage design. If you want precision intonation and all that, this might not be the guitar for you. But when you get a guitar like this, it's just part of the characteristic of it. I'll get a close-up on the lightning bolt. It actually does have little compensated saddles for each individual string to make sure the intonation is as close as can be. Usually it's great, but you can spend a bit of time adjusting the actual pitch angle. It's cool. We've got a set neck with a laurel fretboard. So laurel looks like rosewood. That's one of the differences between the Gibson model and this. You're not going to get that rosewood board, but as you can see, it looks like the real deal. So hey, it's cool. We've also got medium jumbo frets as well. I love them, super nice and comfortable. I don't really like vintage skinny frets, so for me this is a winner. We've got a 60s slim taper neck. Look, generally me, I'm not really a fussy player. Like I'll just get my hand around and feel my way around and get comfortable with it, except for V-shaped necks, which I have not gelled with yet, but who knows, one day. like it. It's similar enough to a very lovely, this is an SG Junior. This is a 1991-61 reissue. I love it because it's got that stop bar, sorry, of course it's got the stop bar, but it's got that Tune-matic bridge, which sort of, you know, it gives me just that little bit more control, which I find is great. This guitar obviously isn't as versatile, which is the one P100 pickup, but that's something for another video. We've got that neck profile. We've got a Graphtec new bone nut, which is great for keeping things in tune, intonating, especially at the fret, which is cut very nicely on this guitar. And the thing that everyone has been going absolutely berserk over is this Kalamazoo headstock. So it harks back again into that sort of Gibson heritage, and you know, it gives it a more, lack of a better word, authentic. Gives it a bit more of an authentic look. Look, everyone seems to have a problem with the old Epiphone headstock. Everyone's like, oh, it's so much better now. But to be honest, I never had a problem with it, but it looks cool. We've also got Epiphone vintage button style tuners. The serial number is sort of engraved into the back of the headstock, which is a nice touch. But yeah, for me personally, like, I was never really into Gibson style instruments. I was touring around with an Epiphone Les Paul Black Beauty triple humbucker for a while, which is cool. I didn't really vibe with it, and then it wasn't until a couple of months ago that I saw which is a ridiculous guitar. Check this guy out. This is a 2019 Cardinal Red Firebird, and it's one of the, you know, sometimes you see guitars and you just fall in love straight away, and this is one of those guitars. So it wasn't until I got my hands around that I was like, okay, I'm part of the family, I'm in, sign me up. I got that, and then about a month later I came into that SG there, and to be honest, I'm loving it now. Like, I've got my Strats, I've got my Fender style instruments. I'll always love my Jackson Charvels, but to be honest, like, I'm feeling at home on this at the moment. This style guitar, it feels great, it sounds great. So hey, if you're wanting that Gibson sort of design, you're not wanting to spend, you know, up to $2,000, absolutely this is a great option. No, it's not the best guitar in the world, but you know, when you go into spending, you know, I think these are around $700 in Australia. When you're spending that amount of money on the guitar, you know, you're expecting it to be good, you're expecting it to have the right components, you're expecting it to have the right pickups, the right electronics, which it absolutely does. I think the fretwork could be a little bit better on this. That probably does vary from, you know, model to model, but you know, it's easily something that can be worked on to bring it up to that next model. So yeah, you're not getting a hard case. Unlike Gibson, you're not getting the orange drop capacitors, which is sort of a vintage vibey sort of thing. But yeah, man, like, for me it does the trick. You'll have to do your best to pick between the two finishes. Me personally, I like the Pelham Blue. But I asked everyone on Instagram, and everyone seems to be enjoying the vintage sparkling burgundy. I know the girls in the house, yeah, they call it an old lady nail polish, I think, but it has a bit of vibe. So yeah, guys, it feels great, it sounds great, it looks great, probably because it is a great guitar. So this is the Epiphone new for 2020, inspired by Gibson Epiphone SG Special P-90. It's cool. Please guys, make sure to let me know what you want to see in future. I've got a lot of exciting stuff in store. If you like the video, please like it. If you like me, please subscribe, because we can talk about a lot of cool stuff in the future. And thanks so much for checking So thanks so much for checking in, guys. We'll see you next time.